Growing up, I was always competing in athletics. It made me feel alive, but not too long ago, it only left me feeling lifeless. You see, in 2015, I was diagnosed with compartment syndrome, which destroyed all of my hopes of running in college. So I closed that chapter of my life thinking I'd never compete again until a couple of years ago when I took a leap of faith and competed in my first sprint triathlon. When I first completed that race, I realized that I never reached the end of my athletic journey, but that it had just begun. Since then, I've competed in over 20 different races, from half marathons to swim meets to Olympic distance triathlons. And in May of last year, I competed in my first Ironman 70.3 and earned a slot to race at the Ironman 70.3 World Championships in St. George, Utah. A couple weeks before my first Ironman 70.3 in May, I decided to do something even bigger with my journey. I wanted to see if we could raise a couple of $1,000s for missions, and between those two races, over $11,000 was raised. And I believe that we can do so much more this year. Victory Church is partnering with Africa Oasis. Africa Oasis is an Assemblies of God missions organization that digs wells in the Sub-Sahara. Their motto is "Water brings life," and we at Victory Church want to partner with them to do just that. Over 40% of children in Africa die from either a lack of water or from consuming contaminated water, resulting in millions suffering from both illness and death. Africa Oasis doesn't just supply these people with water, but they are also actively sharing the gospel in these communities. And that's where we come in. We want to dig as many wells and provide clean water to as many people as possible. So over the next 8 months, I will be competing in 4 different races: a marathon, 2 Ironman 70.3s, and a 10.4-mile open water swim. Altogether, I'm racing 178 miles. So dream with me for a moment. The goal is to raise $500 per mile. So if we accomplish this, we will raise $89,000 to bring life both physically and spiritually to those living in Africa. So maybe you're hearing this and you're thinking, sponsoring a mile or 2 is easy, or I could only sponsor a half a mile or maybe a quarter mile. Well, we just want everyone to invest in this opportunity, no matter the amount. None of this is going to be easy. The workouts are gonna be long, the training is gonna be gruesome, and the early mornings are gonna be brutal. But each of these races will test my body and my mind further than I ever thought possible. But the best part about all of this is now that when I do these races, I don't have to be so stressed about the outcome. Because even if my body doesn't perform the way that I want it to, I feel like I already won the race before it even started, when more people get to experience the love of Jesus because of our sacrifice.